So finally, week 5, and things are starting to pay off a little bit. February has started off amazingly well. I've seen a few improvements. On Monday, it was really simple, just a few easy miles in the evening. So no session this week on the Tuesday, decided to back off on the intensity just a little bit this week, give everything a chance to kind of catch up and go from there. So just a bike session and a strength session on Tuesday. No running at all, an extra rest day, just to kind of let everything adapt, but it's paid off. So it is Wednesday and I have just done some easy miles. It is really mild. Oh, my bin's overflowing. Yeah, just done some easy miles. It's really mild today. I think before the the cold weather comes in. I didn't do a full hour of easy miles. I stopped quite a bit on that run. Just saw some people out. There's a couple of other reasons, of course, very stop and start, but easy miles nonetheless. So anyway, that's about it for us this morning. I've really noticed this week that there's been an improvement in my heart rate and my paces. I feel like my fitness is now catching up, and I feel fitter this week. I feel like everything is starting to click into place, and I am nowhere near where I need to be yet, but there are really good positive steps happening, and I feel better. If you've been watching my Strava, you'll see that the pace of my runs have been increasing a little bit. They are still easy runs based on heart rate, and I do wear a heart rate monitor to make sure that my heart rate is good. So it is Thursday and I am currently drenched. I have just done an impromptu session. Not what was set this week. I'd actually decided to take it a bit easy this week, so this week's just really been easy miles, a bit of harder stuff, VO2 stuff on the bike. But anyway, I have just done an impromptu session. That's it, just go out, run a lap of the lake, hard, 3-minute recoveries, do it 6 times. I only did 5. I cut it short just because I could feel my form going quite a bit on the last one, and in my head doing that extra rep isn't worth possibly injuring myself because I was struggling. I think that makes sense. But anyway, I've done the session. I've got to go and do the cool down now, run home. But now this includes the warm up, so not the actual intervals. But with the warm up, I have just set a postpartum 5k PT. Faster than the time trial, if you remember, that I did last year. Woo! This training's paying off. So also this week on the Saturday, I did do a 2 hour, 15 minutes, I think it's something like that, on the bike, a long ride. And again, another improvement, my FTP increased.
Hi. So I am out on my long run, just walking a bit of a beast of a hill. Got some company today.
Oh,
in his fancy white shoes.
Play it.
So Matt is trying out the new North Face, what are they called?
Vective.
North Face Vective.
Carbon plated speed / trail shoe. I don't know what we'll find out how they are.
Basically he's just getting some miles into them so he can thoroughly test them, and I'm sure get a review up ASAP. Is that right?
That's right.
Meanwhile, he is my company for today. I've got a leaky eye. I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, mummy and daddy time on the trails. carbon plates weren't going backwards. So one of the random conversations we have on our runs, Matt has just tried to get me to shut my eyes and run up the hill. Why? For fun. I lasted about 3 seconds. Go on then, show me. He's so got his eyes open now. Look at him, all over the place.
So you can leave me.
Okay, right, there you go, little challenge for you all. On your next run, don't do it when there's traffic.
We're gonna get all these
No traffic, and where it's relatively safe.
Oh God, here we go.
Try and run for just 10 seconds with your eyes shut and see how you go. So we are finishing the run by doing laps around Mallards Pike Lake. It's quite dark, my glutes are seizing up, and we've had little bets about how far it is around this lake. Riveting stuff!
I won.
Well, he thinks we've won. Mr. Data will have to go through it when we get back. But it's basically half a mile around. So just finish this lap, one more, and then run back to calmer death, which is good because my glutes are kaput.
So it's been a really good week, and I feel like I was kind of due that because I've been turning up, I've been putting the hours in, I've been training, I've not missed sessions, I've been consistent, and yes, it's taken I'm on week 5 now, it's taken 5 weeks to notice some improvement, but I've noticed it all round this week. I've noticed it with my running, I've noticed it with my biking, and I've noticed it actually with my strength work. I'm feeling stronger too. So at the start of this Boston journey, you were introduced also to the other girls taking part in the project, and I thought it would be a good time to have a catch up with them, see how their January went and how the first month of their training has gone for them. How has your first month of training gone?
First month of training's gone well. I think last year we got used to the goalpost changing quite a lot, and I kind of expected it this year to start in the same way, and it has. I should have started marathon training today for the Edinburgh Marathon, but even though it's not been officially cancelled, I just can't see it going ahead, so it is hard to believe it will go ahead. So a few weeks ago I made the decision to start working on short distance training.
Hey guys, it's Grace here. Hope you're all safe and well. I can't believe it's 1 month of the year already down, and also 1 month of the Boston project down. The first month has been a dream, so I'm going to embrace everything that's gone right with this month and my training, because I know that they're not always going to be like this, and I do think it is because the intensity of the runs hasn't been high, so there's not that much pressure on the runs.
I'm really pleased with how the first month of training has gone. I've managed to stay really consistent, which has been my ultimate goal, just to really fine-tune my training schedule and make sure that I can get the sessions in and planned out when I can train, which has really helped me, especially having such a busy life. I also ran a 5k time trial at the start of February and managed to get really close to my PB of a few years ago, so I am very happy with that, especially considering I have only just started to pick back up from my injury last year.
Hey guys, it's Mara. Wow, I cannot believe the first month of our training towards a Boston qualifying race has gone. Wow, it's gone by so quickly, it's a blur.
What's gone well?
I did a 5k time trial last week and I was really pleased. I took my PB down from 23:33 to 21:59. I wanted to take it to under 22 minutes, but I didn't really expect to take it so closely, but that gives me something to be able to improve on.
But one thing that has gone really well is that I have nailed all my recovery and easy runs. I find it a lot easier to stick to a tempo pace or a speed pace than I do to run a recovery run or an easy run pace. So this last 4 weeks I've had my Garmin on heart rate mode when I'm doing my easy runs, and I've just been enjoying it, and I've actually found that I feel like I can just run for like an hour longer on my recovery runs because it's comfortable and it's easy and I'm just chilling out. So I'm really happy with that, and I have made a promise to myself that I'm going to do this for the whole of the Boston project. I'm not going to get caught up in speeds or times.
What's gone especially well has been balancing my running and my cycling, so I've managed to get a good amount of volume in on both, and I've been really happy with how that's panned out. Still no swimming pools open yet, so we'll have to see what happens when those finally reopen and I can start integrating swimming again. I think probably just the cycling volume will reduce a little bit, or maybe I'll just add the sessions in. I have to talk to my coach about that, but things have gone really well.
So what has gone really well? I've got really stuck into a routine, and I hit 100 miles for January, which was something I was not expecting, especially because January was really my comeback month from injury, and so I was thinking that I was going to be running a lot less. I've really been enjoying going on the bike as well and continuing with Pilates.
Has there been anything that you've struggled with?
I have struggled with the weather recently. It's been either icy or snowy pretty much all the time for the past month. But I'm lucky enough to have a treadmill, so that's meant that I've still managed to get through speed sessions, easy miles and strength training. So I've been able to be consistent. I've been doing spinning as well, so that's really helped.
Things that haven't gone quite well, nutrition. I do struggle with nutrition. It's something with work. Sometimes I work in hospital, so I don't always know my schedule, and different clinics can become busier, or I'm off in the cardiac cath lab without that many breaks to eat. So it's just kind of, I've been shoving things in for convenience. So I need to be more consistent. I need to make my meals the night before and take them into work and bring good snacks in, and not just rely on going up to the work canteen.
What I have struggled with has been time. So I work full time, and we've got a busy project going on that's culminating in a release this weekend coming up. So I've had some weekend work and long hours to put in around homeschooling as well. So we had my partner's daughter with us for a couple of weeks of homeschooling, and yeah, just trying to fit in training around all of that has been quite challenging. But because we both understand how important it is, we've made it work, and there's been early mornings and lunchtime runs and fitting things in when we can. So I've managed to fit it all in, but it has been tough. Also, the weather has been a bit of a struggle, especially recently with all the snow. I had to do intervals on a field today in the snow and mud, and that was a real leg sapper, but it's going to be the resilience that we need to build.
What I do need to work on a little bit more as my training load increases over time, and I get a bit more achy and sore when the long runs increase, is to definitely work on stretching a lot more.
Have you got a short-term goal for February?
What I'm working on at the moment is listening to my body. I didn't feel great yesterday, so I missed out on my long run, but I'm actually really glad I did that. I think it was a good idea. I feel a lot better today for it, and I'm going to jump on the treadmill after work for 60 minutes of easy running. In February I'm going to keep working on speed, keep doing the interval sessions, the easy miles as well, because that definitely helps. And what I'm going to do is a time trial at the end of April, on the 25th of April, to see how much I've been able to improve on the 21:59 that I got. So all goes from here. Thanks.
Things for this month that go well. My goals for this month is to keep being consistent, keep up with the easy runs and the recovery runs, but also I do want to get a sneaky 5k PB in about 6-7 weeks time. So you're going to try and dial in on the track sessions and get a few tempo runs in there, and hopefully what will be a long awaited, I think about 2.5 year 5k PB. So yeah, it's been great having the support of the other girls, and every now and again, like probably out on a Sunday night, everyone's like, what's your week looking like? So I find that so inspiring, and yeah, 1 month down and I'm just so excited for the rest of this journey with everyone. I hope you're all safe and well.
For February, my goal is to keep on the consistency and start to challenge myself with more sessions and intervals and seeing what I can get out of my body and really settling into things now that I've got my rhythm of training and my schedule sorted. So time to really put in the work.
Yeah, it's been a crazy busy month, and I think one of the things that I really need to work on in the next month is being a bit more disciplined and really sticking to the plan that I set myself for the day and the week ahead.
So total training hours this week is 11 hours and 27 minutes, slightly less from last week, but like I said, with the running we did just take it back a little bit this week just to kind of let everything catch up. But it has been 30 miles run, 65 miles biked, and over an hour and something of strength. Do let me know in the comments below how your training is going and what you are up to with your running at the moment. Have you set yourself any little goals? Are you aiming for something in February? But do let me know. I'd love to know what everybody is up to. Until next week, stay safe and happy running.